I don't like Kendrick. So it hurts my heart to be making this video. All right, it's not easy for me to say that he he beat Drake. Like that's just the truth of it. And it doesn't help more that he beat him at his own game. He outperformed him at everything basically. Literally everything. And Drake didn't even drop any bad diss tracks. That's the truth of it. Well, actually, the Hard Part 6 was questionable. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What matters is that he lost. Actually, he lost at his own game. Drake lost at his own game. And when I say that, I mean the numbers. Drake is known for being the most commercially successful rapper for like the past decade, and guy has like over 300 songs on the Hot 100 chart on there. Guy has like 7 number ones and like 70 something on the top 10 Hot 100, which is just a charting system for the US, the Billboard charting system. It's how you track what ranks on the charts. Guy has like over 10 number one albums, and he just continues to just set new records. Take Care just went diamond a few months ago. The guy is your modern day Michael Jackson in terms of commercial success. I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying he's got the commercial credentials to back it up. So Drake is clearly quite the caliber of a rapper, but we can't discredit Kendrick either, because obviously when they refer to the big three, it's always Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake. There's a reason for it, for quality, the relevance for the past decade, and numbers, because Kendrick will literally outsell 99.9% of rappers, unless it's Drake or Travis Scott. That's probably about it. There's not much competition these days. So for Kendrick to just decimate Drake at his own game with numbers wise and stats, because I know a lot of people like to use Drake against Kendrick and say, whoa, the numbers speak for themselves, whatever. Music is subjective. It will always be subjective. You can either say either one has a classic, doesn't. They both have classics. All right, I don't like Kendrick, but if it's regarded as a classic by the community as a whole, it's a classic. And they both got some. All right. And the truth is that Kendrick made a hit song as a diss track. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was not expecting it. They were going back and forth throughout for like a whole month, it felt like. And I feel like now we just hit the post-nut clarity of this whole beef. Right? And that's crazy to think that this beef gonna happen to begin with. But Kendrick, he took it to a whole nother level. To be honest with you, I don't even know why he dissed Drake to begin with, because First Person Shooter was a banger. They didn't even diss him, and that was J. Cole, by the way, that even referenced him. They didn't even diss him. All right, he gave him his flowers, said, hey, you're part of the big three, you're part of us, we got the credentials. Everyone regard us as the 3 hip-hop heads that are on the Mount Rushmore, whatever, this generation. That's great. Kendrick, I guess, took it the wrong way and was like, fuck you, dude. I'm the best. But, if he wants to claim that crown, go for it. No one's stopping you. But the truth is, Kendrick just was not having it. He was not having it. And neither was Drake. J. Cole backed out, rightfully so. I used to think he was a bitch for that, but, I take it back. Yeah, Kendrick just went all in, out. Drake dropped push-ups, wasn't even on DSPs. So that was a bit of a miss. It eventually dropped on DSPs, but I think what he did was it allegedly leaked. I think what happened was they purposely leaked it to see if people were rocking with it, which people were. I liked it. It was really good. It was really catchy. Yeah, but Kendrick would drop something catchier, but we'll get to that. But he dropped push-ups, dropped tailor-made freestyle, and Kendrick then responded with Euphoria, which is a good track. Euphoria was a little overrated though. He didn't say much on there. Just a pretty good song with some catchy flows and stuff, you know. I hate the way you do whatever. I mean, they got memed on for like 2 days because then he would drop more tracks. I feel like the problem with the problem with Kendrick's diss tracks is that he never gave it time to marinate. Like, people would enjoy it for like 2 days because he would just drop something else, or Drake would drop something. He would drop that, and then he dropped 616. That was a sleeper of a track. I didn't care. Then eventually, you know, Drake would drop. He would drop Family Matters. There was so much pressure on him to drop. Eventually, he dropped that. It was the end of the push-ups beat. He used that, switched it again, and switched it again. Pretty good song. Really good. It was actually really good. Problem is that it got overshadowed instantly because Kendrick would drop Meet the Grams, which, you know, we all know what happened with that. Went out there, his whole family, you know, Meet the Grams, good title, because that's kind of what the song was literally about. Talked about every single person part of Drake's family. Yeah, that was pretty much it. And said he had a daughter, which was a lie. Like, that was never true. I didn't believe it, even if it was true. Like, who cares? Oh, you're hiding a daughter. Who? Like, no one cares. I know Pusha T did that, but to be honest, it never was anything that crazy, because people have private lives. So I don't see anything wrong with that. But hey, I guess Drake embraces his kid now, so I guess that's good for him. Yeah. And then Kendrick would drop again. Took all the buzz away from Family Matters dropping. I remember I was helping my friend with an exam, and then we finished the exam. I go on YouTube and 2 diss tracks drop: Family Matters and Meet the Grams. It was a lot to process, you know. I was like, holy shit, 2 of them dropped. Wow. Just Twitter's exploding as usual. And then Kendrick would drop Not Like Us. And wow. The reason Kendrick won is because of this song. This song is not only a good diss track, but it's a fucking hit. It's a fucking banger. Like, Kendrick's good at making songs that put me to sleep, but this one is one you can bump. Right? I'm not bumping it because, you know, the whole pedophile thing, but hey, if you want to yell out certified pedophile out loud, then go for it. But I'm not doing it, but I'll listen to it on my own time. That's for sure. Not in public, but on my own time, that's for sure. That he dropped the fucking banger. It was catchy. It went number 1. And none of Drake's diss tracks went number 1. Family Matters debuted at number 7 on the Hot 100. And They Not Like Us charted at number 1. Beat all the records for God's Plan, which is Drake's best performing song of all time. Yeah, that's saying a lot because God's Plan is diamond, and if Not Like Us is outperforming Drake's best song commercially wise, it's not a good sign, because I think it's around 250 million streams now on Spotify. Yeah, that record is gonna go to 1 billion streams. I'm sure of it. It's going to. I don't see it not. It's insane how we got to this point where Kendrick's calling Drake a pedophile. Do I believe that? Yes or no? No comment. But Kendrick won simply just because of that. You cannot say Drake won when he lost at his own game. You know? Watch the video of him winning Artist of the Decade, and then watch this video again. You'll be like, damn, you know what? He's right. Because it's the truth. I'm trying to be objective. I love Drake. I was rooting for him the whole time. And then, yeah. I was like, yeah, he has a chance. He has a chance. Then, you know, if the internet has a narrative that you're a pedophile, then I don't really see how you win. You can't really win that. So that's just how it's going to go. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Drake took the L. But is his career dead? Hell no. People are thinking he got buried. No. It's Drake. You're still going to tune into his next album. You know it. His haters know it. The Kendrick Glazers know it. They're going to tune in whether it's trash or good. That's another thing I need to, like, make sure is true. I also forgot to mention that he dropped The Heart Part 5, but it just performed so badly in terms of people hating it because it has 1 million dislikes. And we're not even going to talk about it because he just said a whole lot of nothing. We try to make fun of Kendrick for some crazy things that happened in his childhood, which is alleged. So I think both of them lied about a bunch of stuff that I just don't even believe. But if Kendrick's spinning this narrative of someone being you know, you're gonna take the L. You're simply gonna take the L. There's memes everywhere about him, you know, being into little kids. It's not great. So for that reason, Drake lost, and that's just the sad truth of it. But his career is not over. It will never be over. It's Drake, for God's sake. It's like trying to say you think the weekend is over party. Like, that's not gonna happen. He's here to stay. He's Drake. He's not going anywhere. But I'm very curious what both of these guys do for the upcoming years. Like, guys, are either of them gonna drop an album this year? Kendrick might. You know, he hasn't been this hot in years. It's crazy how this is how he got relevant again, by dissing Drake. I'm not saying he couldn't do this on his own. He could. But it definitely helped him a lot to, you know, target the guy that a lot of people hate. You know, there's a reason why 20 dudes dissed Drake on the Metro album. Metro hates him. Future hates him, apparently. The Weeknd hates him now. A$AP Rocky. Rick Ross. Obviously Kendrick. And just a lot of these dudes that don't like Drake for their own reasons. You know, they all have their reasons. I don't like how they just did it all at the same time, because it just felt so forced. Kanye as well. Totally forgot about him. Fuck Kanye, by the way. I don't know why he dissed J. Cole. That was random. And unreasonable. All right, I'm not standing for his J. Cole slander. All right. But he also puts me to sleep sometimes too. At this point, I'm rambling. But just gonna let you know that Kendrick won. And it breaks my heart to say that, but hey, maybe I'll check out what he drops next time, because before I absolutely wasn't. But I'll be looking out for Drake. Whenever he drops, I'll be there. That's all I know.